Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our virtual property auction. Sold!
All right, sir, here we go then. What are they going to give for him? I'm at 25. Will they give me $30? 30, make it 30, bid it at 30, 35, another 40, make it a 40, bid it at 40 now. 5, 5, 5, make it a 5, 5, now 50, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5, 5.
Afternoon, everybody. Welcome. I'm just waiting for everybody to move in from outside to join us. Quickly fill up the seats that are available, please. Welcome. Thanks, gentlemen. Plenty of seats up front. Okay, everybody that has joined us, great to see everybody here today at High Street Auctions. We start today at 12 with a guest speaker. We have published and announced that we will have a guest speaker, albeit we've started the auction at 12. The actual auction lots will start being presented from 12:30. So Denise Mschlanger, our guest speaker, will take up about 15 to 20 minutes of our time. There will be an opportunity for some Q&A from the floor, and then we'll start with the auction proper itself. Our guest speaker today continues our program of thought leadership, people talking to contemporary ideas in the marketplace, whether it be property, business, or financial. We know that business journalism, or journalism as a whole, is exceptionally important for us to understand and help define our understanding of the business landscape. It's ever-changing and complex. Denise herself has been a very successful, award-winning business journalist and writer for 18 years now. She has won a number of awards, very specifically the SAPOA Property News Business Journalism Award on 2 separate occasions, more recently in 2022. Denise is a freelance journalist with a number of business titles, the likes of Property Wheel and Asset Magazine, amongst others. She writes for the likes of Business Day, Business News, and a number of high-profile titles, the likes of MoneyWeb. And the scope of her work extends across local, domestic, and community newspapers, online publications in business and property. Her particular focus is property, business, and financial markets. And today she's going to be casting her eye as a journalist on real estate, casting her lens and sharing some of her story with us. So a very warm welcome, Denise. I know she's a little nervous, but no need to be. She's been in the public eye all too often, and certainly her articles have been consumed and enjoyed by many, many, many people in the industry. So a very hearty welcome to you, Denise.
Thanks very much, Greg, and good afternoon, everyone. Thanks for coming through. I've been told that I'm a very good storyteller, but I must tell you that I'm not very good at telling my own story, because the brief that I got from Greg was, tell us a little bit about yourself, how you got into journalism. So normally when I'm asked by people, if they find out that I'm a journalist, there are 2 questions that they ask. How did I get into journalism? What it's like to be a journalist. Then they suddenly start whispering, because anything they say may be on record. I always prefer people to be on record, to be quite honest. So I've always known, even as a child, that I wanted to be a journalist. You know, when you are at school and you're studying, the teacher asks, what do you want to do? I thought I want to be a journalist, but at that stage, I suppose I didn't really understand what it entailed. But I knew that it was all about storytelling. I read a lot of books, magazines, I listened to radio interviews, television, and documentaries. So my sister said you need to at least have 3 career choices, but journalism was still at the top. My second one was law. My third one was being a teacher. I still dream of being a kindergarten teacher because I can't think of anything more interesting than to work and play at the same time. But more about that. I did a couple of other jobs before actually getting into journalism. I studied through Demlin College. I did a couple of business and financial journalism courses through Rhodes University and GIBS. Then my career took off as an intern at the Citizen newspaper. There I really covered a myriad of stories from crime to health to business and everything in between. But I quickly realized that if you really want to be successful, you need to at least specialize. So at the back of my mind, I always thought I want to specialize either in finance or health. Finance, because when I read the finance pages, I always had to reach out for a dictionary. Back then, there wasn't any really much use of Google, so I had to reach out for a dictionary or go to the library to find out what the term meant. So if you have had the pleasure of reading my stories, you will notice that I always explain difficult terms. So, but I was very sure that maybe I will be a health journalist instead of finance, instead of specializing in finance. And I tried writing a couple of health stories while at the Citizen. I was at the Citizen for at least 18 months, and the local newspaper came calling. They gave me a full-time offer, so I went from a national daily to a local community newspaper. It was quite an adjustment because at the local newspaper, you really write stories about the local community. So a missing cat or a missing dog is a really big story for a local newspaper. It was quite frustrating for me for the first few days until my editor sat me down and said, "This is the heart and soul of what you will be doing." I soon enjoyed that, but I really yearned to specialize either in finance or health, and I kept looking for opportunities until one day, as I was reading through the Citizen newspaper, I saw that MoneyWeb was looking for 3 financial journalist interns. So I applied, and I was accepted. I was at the Bedford View Edenvale News for 7 months, and I left that position for a 3-month position, not knowing really what I was getting myself into. So when I got into financial journalism, I also realized you had to specialize. So now I had a difficult task of what do I specialize in, because this was a new field for me altogether. I still needed to know everything. So I always say property chose me rather than the other way around. So I did a bit of mining while I was there, financial services. I covered pretty much all the sectors, but eventually I circled well into property journalism. I worked with an editor who sat in Cape Town and I was in Joburg, so it worked pretty much very well. And so I joined MoneyWeb in 2008. In 2009, I won the SAPOA Property News Journalist of the Year award. So that really was quite an achievement in my short career in journalism. I then left off and went to a luxury lifestyle magazine. I've never been the kind of journalist who wants, even though I specialize, I really write across various sectors and not to box myself into anything. I left that paper in 2011, early 2011, and went to my local newspaper, the Fourways Review. I was there for only 3 months. I knew the editor and I said, well, this is really a pit stop, but I do need to do something while I'm looking for another position. I then found myself at Property 24. I was there for nearly 4 years. So that was quite a unique experience as well, similar to MoneyWeb, because it was online only. So I enjoyed, now that I have the experience of working for print, and now I'm back on online. I then left journalism in 2014 because I had done a couple of courses. You know, when you start writing about the sector, there are things that you like there, and the people are very nice. So I thought, well, maybe I could become a property professional. So, but what will I do? Being a broker, I didn't think I will be very convincing enough to get anyone to buy property from me. And well, I had spoken to a few brokers and they had told me my stories. They said, well, you could do it. I suppose I could have done it because, I mean, in journalism, you're pretty much selling the story every day to the editor. You had your diary, the editor says, what's on your plate? And then you have to say, yeah, this is the story I have. The editor is likely going to say yay or nay, find another story. So I did 2 shopping center courses through the SACSC and the University of Pretoria. I was very sure now I was going to go and become a shopping center manager. It didn't happen, but Broll came knocking. They were looking for a research writer, but also someone who had the skills to communicate that research and whatever the company had to communicate with the market outside. So in essence, it was a research writer, communications and PR role. I was there with Broll Property Group for nearly 4 years. And then I thought maybe I need to go back to journalism because really I'm a journalist first. So you get to a stage where you think maybe I'm better off on the other side. But Pam Golding Group also came looking. And I thought, well, this will be nice because now I've done comms for commercial property. Now I'm going into residential. I was with Pam Golding Property Group for nearly 3 years. I left there in 2020. I was the PR manager for the Gauteng region. That was also very exciting. So now I had come full circle with my career and in the property sector, having understood how to communicate, how to write commercial, and how to write residential. I went freelance and until I did a short stint with BizNews. So I worked again with Alec Hope, whom I worked with when I was with MoneyWeb. After a short period of time, then I still carried on freelancing. Then I thought maybe it's time to go back to journalism. Now we were still under lockdown at the height of the pandemic. I then joined Business Day in December 2021, and I left last year in December to pursue another career in investor relations and public relations. But I still continue to really be involved in the property writing and in the property sector, which is why I guess Greg invited me to come in and speak to you today. So to answer the question, what it's like being a journalist, it's always very difficult because no one day is really the same. Sometimes I will wake up in the morning not knowing really what I'm going to write about. There is never a shortage of stories, but it's got to be a sellable story. So you are either looking for a story, out on interviews, attending auctions, attending site visits, whatever the case may be, to find that story which really stands out. Because in the case of Business Day, the paper, there is planning that goes into it. So you've got to, when you go to the diary meeting, have your stories lined up, then the editor knows what's coming and what not. It's a similar thing even in my freelancing career, because the editor will either say to me, this is the deadline for the month. I write for Asset Magazine. The editor emailed me this morning and said, the deadline is the 31st of July. I'm looking forward to your story. And I suddenly realized I don't have a story. So I said, well, I have a couple of days, so hopefully I will come up with something before then. So that's how it goes. I like the people, especially in real estate. They are very friendly. They are able to share their information and what have you. And I've learned a lot through interacting with people, whether it's coming to auctions, whether it's going on site visits, or really whatever any company is doing. I'm always the kind of journalist who doesn't like to sit back and just wait for emails to come through with a story. I like to speak to people. So if you want to be a journalist, you have to be curious, sometimes a little annoying, ask a lot of questions. Greg will know my deadlines are also very tight sometimes, but that's really just how it goes. So that's the end of my story as a journalist. And Greg said I should speak a little bit about what I'm seeing in the commercial property space at the moment. So I'll start with listed property. But of course, I am speaking to the converted here because As investors, I'm sure you read quite widely and know exactly what you want to buy or what's happening in that sector. If we look at the listed property sector, we've seen a recent rally in the recent few months, mostly driven by the Fed signaling the end of the rate hiking season. We've had a positive election results here in SA, and the anticipation of interest rate reduction sometime in September makes for very positive news. So we're all looking forward to that. Another thing that we've seen in the listed property sector is property prices have really remained at the 2010 levels, especially when you compare that to the the JSE All Share Index, which has been hitting all-time highs. For listed property landlords that are selling property, they are selling at or close to book value, which is good news. The industrial property market continues to outperform the retail, the office, and the residential. And the office market is recovering, so is the retail sector. And on auctions, as I've just mentioned, again, I'm speaking to the converted because you come here, you know what to expect. It's become quite a popular platform to sell and buy property. It's quicker to sell through auctions. When I think back to when I sold my property in 2020, I should have taken the auction route because I had started the previous year, and you know the slap of having people come to your house and then they don't buy, and then they say, oh, your furniture is very nice. And then I'm thinking, no, I'm actually looking for a buyer, not someone who admires the furniture. So the other advantage, of course, of buying on auction is you have a lot of buyers. So as a seller, your property is exposed to quite a number of people all in one room, and there is a very good chance that you'll get a good price for your property. The retail sector, it is recovering, and as seen through the trading densities that are starting to show growth, which is reflective of the strong recovery from the pandemic. Footfalls are also increasing as people return to the malls. However, basket sizes have reduced. I think given where we are in the economy, people are really buying the bare essentials. Small, convenient, rural and township malls continue to outperform. I mean, I have about 4 convenience centers that I go to when I drive from work, so it makes it easier for me to pop in, buy bread, buy milk without having to drive to the big shopping centers. But on the weekends, if I go to big malls, I've also seen that there are quite a lot of people and the parking lots are quite full. So those landlords are also reporting that they are starting to see a recovery and growth in footfall and in retail sales as well. Another thing that's happening in the retail sector is though some retailers are reducing their store sizes, some are expanding because with online shopping, they still want to give consumers that experience. I am one of those people who will shop online and compare the prices. So what I will do if I wanted to buy, because online sometimes you find you've got a 10% discount, maybe if you're a new shopper on that site. So I will go to the store, try the dress, try the jacket, and then I know my size, then I will shop online. So I was hesitant at first, but now I have become one of those people who really sits down and think through my shopping. Another thing that's happening in the retail sector is landlords are also starting to revamp their malls. I'm sure if you go to any of your malls, you'll see that there is improvements here, and they are focusing on tenant mix as well. So also, again, wanting to give that consumer and customer experience. The industrial sector, as I've said before, it continues to outperform, and it has been doing that even during the pandemic. It's characterized by low vacancies and high demand in some areas, especially in Cape Town where land is scarce. So you will find the prices there will be very different from what you will find in Johannesburg or in Durban or in other areas as well. And one of the things that so the Rhoda report came out yesterday, and it shows that space measuring about 500 square meters continues to perform very well, showing rental growth. And so that's positive news. So logistics, the subsector of logistics and warehouses also continues to perform very well. The office sector, I would say it's recovering, and I'm sure if you are like me, you go to the office, you would have seen that the parking lots are now full. Well, there are still some companies that are on the hybrid model. People go to the office 3 times a week, some twice a week. Others go to the office every day. My former employer, they now have to go to the office every day. And my company, well, we are consultants, so we are either at the office or we are at the client's office. And there are people in those offices as well. So vacancies are starting to reduce, although they are still in double digits, because according to the SAPOA Q1 office survey, they've come down by 14.7 after peaking at 16.7% in 2020. So that's fairly good news. I suppose load shedding and the return to the office is positive for that demand for office space. But in some areas, like in some areas in Cape Town, when you speak to landlords like Growth Point, they will tell you that there is very big demand for office space. Tenants are also using this time to actually upgrade. If you were in an old building, now you can negotiate good rentals and maybe your rental terms and move to modern buildings, your premium buildings, because you can, but they are also demanding, that office spaces have amenities like cafes, like exercise room or pause rooms, whatever the case may be. And the residential sector, I know, Greg, we always debate about this. When I was doing research for this particular presentation, I spoke to a few agents. And the feeling is, with high interest rate environment, tenants and even buyers are feeling the pinch. So that has slowed down the sales activity and even the rental activity, because most of the tenants, their credit records are impaired, so they can't sign new lease agreements, and buyers as well. But some, if they do have the cash, they are taking that wait and see approach and hoping that if interest rates come down, maybe they will buy. But also, if you are selling a residential property, it's taking much longer to sell that property, from 10 weeks in May. Now that has gone up to 12 weeks, 2 days, according to the FNB June property barometer. So I suppose the interest rates reduction will help not just the residential sector, but really all the property sectors, and hopefully people will be able to transact normally again. And I was speaking to Mike Walters just before my presentation, because he was asking me what my impression of the market is. So I'm going to steal his line, because he said maybe investors coming to the auctions will be able to dip into their pockets and buy these properties that are listed here. Ladies and gentlemen, that is my story, and I'm sticking to it.
Denise, thank you so much for sharing those insights. I know you were nervous about the extent to which we adopt a view that your story is interesting, engaging, but certainly it was. Business journalism, it's not an easy road, and you've done exceptionally well.
Thank you.
And certainly those that are us in property and business, I look out for your articles regularly and always find it very enlightening.
Thank you,
I
Greg.
do want to offer an opportunity to everybody on the floor, if there's any questions specifically for Denise. She will also be available after the auction if there's any sidebars that you wish. But if there is any questions, I can put it to you now, that you take the mic quickly. Do not feel embarrassed or overwhelmed by the opportunity. Take it now. Let's ask Denise. Alternatively, we'll move through to our auction and Steph, our auctioneer, to start that process. Any questions from anybody on the floor? No? Okay. You'll have an opportunity with Denise afterwards if you wish. Thanks again, Denise. Thank you so much for your time.
Thank you so much.
Good morning, everybody, and welcome to our virtual property auction. Sold, sold, sold!
All right, sir, here we go there. What are they going to give Harm?
Right, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's auction time. Wake up time. It's afternoon. My name is Steph Wellifield. I'll be the auctioneer for 17 incredible lots that the High Street Auction Company will be presenting. I will be selling them to you, but before we can sell, there's a couple of rules of auctions. I'm going to go through the 29 pages of rules of auction. Please bear with me, listen closely before we're going to kick it off. 17 incredible properties on the auction block today. Rules of auction, ladies and gentlemen. The place of auction, Bryanston Country Club. What a beautiful day we have here in Bryanston Drive, Sandton, Johannesburg. The auction will take place live on site as of 27 minutes past 12, and also virtually an electronic auction will be conducted by means of a secure video link and our High Street Auction Company application app. That there is numerous buyers I can see already online waiting for us to start with the auction. It is the 25th of July 2024, and as I said, the auction is about to start. The rules of auction comply with Section 45 of the Consumer Protection Act 68 of 2008 and the regulations there to the CPA, including where applicable the conducting of an auction by way of means of electronic medium or platform. In accordance with the provisions of the CPA, the High Street Auction Company and the auctioneer hereby declares the following. Each lot is, unless announced to the contrary, regarded to subject to a separate transaction. The sale in respect of any lot is complete when the auctioneer announces its completion by the fall of the hammer or the statement sold. And until then, a bid may be retracted provided that an announcement by the auctioneer to the effect that the final bid has been received and has been accepted shall be deemed to the fall of the auctioneer's hammer. Unless otherwise announced, all lots are sold subject to a reserve price and to a 5 business day acceptance period in favor of the seller. Unless otherwise announced, the High Street Auction Company and the auctioneer myself are entitled to bid on behalf of the seller up to the reserve price and no more. The auction will commence at 12:30 as announced and will not be delayed to allow any specific person or persons to take part in the auction process. The bidder acknowledges that he's bid to be knocked down as the highest bid in respect to any lot bid upon. A buyer's premium of 10% plus VAT shall be payable over and above the bid price on the fall of the hammer unless otherwise stated. The bidder also acknowledges that he's bid to be knocked down as the highest bid in respect to any lot bid upon, that there will be a 5% deposit payable on the fall of the hammer, unless otherwise stated. In the event, so I'm looking for my hammer, that's why I'm actually mispronouncing it, because someone stole my gavel. Oh, apologies for the pause there. There we go. So many things going on this podium. There we go. Nice sound there. Right. Where was I? On the fall of the hammer, unless otherwise stated. In the event that a cash deposit is made, the depositor will be liable for bank charges relating to this transaction. The bidder acknowledges that any funds paid to the auctioneer, being the registration fee or the balance of the deposit, due to in the terms of conditions of sale, must be refunded into the bank account where the funds originally came from. And that is to be compliant with the Financial Intelligence Centre Act. The bidder also acknowledges that any bidder who intends to bid on behalf of another person must produce a letter of authority that complies with regulations 26.3 of the CPA, which states that such a letter must expressly authorize such a bidder to do so. The bidder also acknowledges and understands that his bid be the highest bid upon any lot will be obliged to sign the auctioneer's standard agreement of sale by public auction, which this agreement of bidders acknowledges to have made himself acquainted with before the auction. The High Street Auction Company has a trust account which is audited in terms of the State Agency Affairs Act, and all monies will be paid for the benefit of the seller minus the agreed commission. The auctioneer will announce the reason for the auction unless such reason is not the normal of voluntary disposal of the property by the owner. All bidders must be registered prior to the commencement of the auction and pay the registration deposit. Provide us with your FICA requirements of a proof of address, ID, and authority to transact on a formal letterhead. The bidder's record and vendor's roll required to be kept in terms of the CPA will be available for inspection free of charge during normal working hours at the High Street Auction Company. Any person present at the auction may object to these rules of auction, and such objection shall be recorded in the vendor's roll. The cost of the auction are as follows. Cost of advertising at 154,000 Rand. Cost of the online campaigns and virtual streaming are 304,000 Rand, which the cost of the event and conducting of the auction, 1.6 million Rand, which gives you a total cost of 1,904,000 Rand. Excluding my fee. The conduct of the auction is subject to the control of the auctioneer, who has the sole right to regulate the bidding. The auctioneer shall be to the rise of the property sold and shall be to the highest bidder, subject to all these rules of auction this afternoon. The bidder acknowledges that he has been afforded a reasonable period of time and opportunity to inspect the property prior to the commencement of the auction this afternoon, and as contemplated in terms of regulations 28.5 of the CPA, which inspection the auctioneer was obligated to provide the bidder either by electronic ways and means or the traditional manner of physical inspection. The bidder further agrees that he has viewed the property and that he has ascertained the state of the property pursuant of having been provided with a complete tour, also virtually or in physical inspection of the property, and is satisfied that he has exercised his right to inspect the property prior to the commencement of the auction. The following provisions are being made. The auction shall also be conducted via our High Street Auction app, which is generally available to anyone over the age of 18, provides a high standard of security and for electronic transactions, and also provides easy access to all prescribed records. We do have numerous online bidders going online here this morning using that facility that is on offer. The auctioneer may require the execution of documents to be performed by means of electronic signature, and these rules have not been amended after the initial publication. Ladies and gentlemen, that is the 29 pages of our rules of auction. We are very, very excited to start with lot number 1. If there is no more objections, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to start the auction at lot number 1. Lot number 1, Rodney, is taking us all the way just around the corner to Jet Park. All the way to Jet Park. Lot number 1, a tenanted warehouse and offices. Industrial unit consisting of warehouses and offices. The GIA of 3,831 square meters. Land size of 6,714 square meters. Well-maintained offices. High volume warehousing, well located with roller shutter doors, easy access, secure access from all the major routes. There has been a further extension of the leases in place for an extra year, so leases are extended until 2026. Is that correct, Rodney? 2026. Just the extra little bonus for lot number 1 for those interested parties here. Ladies and gentlemen, we've got Manny on the phone on this one. Thank you, Manny. We also, I think, have an online or someone on the floor here for lot number 1. Ladies and gentlemen, tenanted warehouse in Jet Park. Ladies and gentlemen, where would it go? A bit of starting half to go. Open bidding, 15 million. 15 million, a bit of 15 million now. Opening bid, a bit of 15 million bid. 1.5, 15 million. Opening bid, a bit of opening. 15 million opening bid we have. Starting the bid at 15 million. At 15.5. At 15.5 million now, but a bit of 15 million opening. 15.5. 15.5 million is the bid. 15.5 on the phone. 15.5 million on the phone, a bit of 16 million bid. At 16 million, but a bit of 16 million now. 16 million bid now. On the phone. 15.5. 16 million is back. 16 million, thank you, Roddy. At 16 million is bid. At 16 million, but a bit of 16 million now. 16.5. Asking for 16.5 million. At 16.5 million now, but a bit of 16.5 now. Don't be scared if Niels walks around. He's just there to take your money. At 16.5 million now, but a bit of 16.5 on the phone. 16.5 on the phone. 16.5, is that a yes? At 16.5 on the phone, 16.5 on the phone, we have it at 16.5, 17 million now. Roddy, make it work at 17 million now. 16.5 million we have. At 16.5 million, but about 16.5 million now. 16.5 million we have, 17 million but now. At 17 million now, that's lot number 1 at Jet Park. At 17 million, but about 17 million now. At 17, but about 17, at 16.5. First call. That's 17 million is back. 17 million, but over to 17 and a half. I need 17 and a half now, but over to 17 and a half now. 17 and a half on the phone. At 17 and a half million bid. 17 million stands. At 17 million now, but over to 17 million now. Worth a lot more. At 17 million bid stands. First call. 17 million. Asking for 17 and a half. Come on, Manny, 17 and a half. It's not that much. It's 500,000 more. At 500,000 rand more, but a bit of 500,000 rand more, make it 17 and a half. At 17 and a half now, but a 17 and a half, but a bit of 17 and a half. Second call now at 17 million. 17 and a half. 17 and a half, but a bit of 17 and a half, but a 17 million. Second call, third and final call. I'll give you a moment. 17 and a half. At 17 and a half now, but a bit of 17 and a half now, but a bit of 17 and a half bit to bid. 17 million now, I'll take 17 and a quarter. At 17 and a quarter now, but a 17 and a quarter, last offer at 17,250,000. There we go, 17 and a quarter is back. Thank you, Manny, good job. At 17 and a quarter now, Rodney, let's go. I need 250,000 more. At 250,000 more, but a 250 more. I need 17 and a half. At 17 and a half million now, but a bit of 17 and a half, but a bit of 17 and a half million a bit. At 17 and a quarter. First call at 17 and a quarter. I need 17 and a half. At 17 and a half now, but a bit of 17 and a half now, but a bit of 17 and a half, bit a bit. 17 and a half. 17 and a half we have. Thank you, very well done. 17 and a half is back. 17,750,000. At 750,000 now, but a 17,750,000. 750,000 is 250 more. Don't even think of 17,600,000. 17,750,000. At 17,750,000 now. I have 17.5 million. There's only lot number 1. I get paid by the hour. I can stand here all day. I don't mind. 17.5 million first call. 17.5 million second call. 17,750,000. Manny, that's your final call now. At 17,750,000 now. At 17,750,000 going once. 17,750,000 going twice now. Third and final call. At 17.5 million rand going once. 17.5 million going twice. Yes or no? Manny, give me an indication. Is he out? At 17.5 million, third and final call. 17.5 million once, twice, third and final call. 17.5 million rand. Don't tell me to wait if you say no. So confusing, these young men. Yes or no? No, there's no phoning of partners now. Come on quickly. My gentleman is strong at 17.5 and he's giving me the eye. At 17.5 million going once. No, 17,750. 17,750 for waiting me too long. Making me wait way too long. That's the final call, Manny. I'm going to knock it down now. 17.5 million once and twice. Third and final call. 7,750. 17,750. Yes, final call. Going once, twice. 17,750,000. That's being nice. It's very quiet now, Manny. You need to give me something. 17,750,000. Must I write it down for you, Manny? 17,750,000. 17.5. I'm going to knock you down. 17.5 going once, twice, third and final call. 17.6 I'll take. For all that, that's 17,600,000. At 17,600,000 we have. 100,000 more, Rodney. I need 100,000 more. Don't walk away now. At 100,000 more. At 100,000 more, 17,700,000. He's turned his back on me. He's turned his back on me now. I'm going to take it now. 17,600,000 once. 17,600,000 on the phone twice. Third and final call. 17 million at 600,000 rand. Sold at 17,600,000. That sounds like Laser Quest. Right, lots number 2. Lots number 2, ladies and gentlemen. Albertville. Niels, take us to a drive to Albertville. That is lot number 2. It is an earth size of 11,046 square meters. Vacant land, zoned residential 4. Opportunity for 55 residential units. A massive development opportunity. 55 units potential. It's a popular residential node. 2 stories, bulk services available, and ideal for student accommodation in Albertville. It is, ladies and gentlemen, a great opportunity. No further ado, at lot number 2, I got an opening bid at 3 million rand. 3 million rand online already coming through at my laptop right here. 3 million opening bid. 3 million we have. 3 million now. 3.5 bit a bid. At 3.5 now, bit a bid. 3.5 million now, bit a 3.5 bit a bid. I have an opening bid online at 3 million. At 3.5 million bid. At 3.5 now, bit a bid. 3.5 now, bit a 3.5. Sean, your man is in at 3.5. At 3.5 million is in. I'm asking for 4 million now. At 4 million, bit a bit, 4 million now, bit a bit, 4 million now, bit. At Mohammed online, I'm giving you opportunity to come back at 4 million now. We have on the floor, Sean, your man is in at 3.5. I'm asking for 4 million now. Have a bit of 4, bit of 4. Online is coming through. 4 million, there we go. 4 million is online. Thank you now, bit of 4.5. At 4.5, Sean, a bit of 4.5 million now, bit of 4.5 million a bit. I need 4.5. At 4.5 now, bit of 4.5 now, bit of 4.5 a bit. I have online bidding at 4 million. At 4 million now, bit of 4 million now. I'm asking for 4.5, Sean. At 4.5, bit of 4.5 now. Is that a yes? At 4.5, Niels. At 4.5 now, bit of 4.5. 4.5 is in, thank you. At 4.5 is in, bit of 4.5 million now. Asking for 4,750. At 4,750 now, bit of 4,750,000. I'll give you online opportunity to come back. I know we're going quite quickly now. At 4.5 is on the floor. Asking online for 4,750. At 4,750,000 now. All the way in Albertville, 55 units. Great opportunity. I have 4.5 million now. Asking for 4,750. 4,750,000 now. At 4,750 online, I'm going to count you down. Our first call at 4.5 million now. At 4.5 now, but a bit of 4,750. A bit of 4,750. Niels Human is in at 4.5 million now. At 4.5, but a bit of 4.5, but a bit of 4.5. Online, if you're coming back, you can't do a 50,000 rand more bid. I'm not allowing you to do that online. 4.5 million. Second call now. At 4.5, but a bit of 4.5, but a bit of 4.5 now. Niels, I'm going to knock you down. 4.5 online, you're out. Floor is in. 4.5 million is the bid. Going once, twice. Third and final call. We are selling 4.5 million rand. Sold at 4.5 million rand. Congratulations. Yeah. Right, lot number 3 is getting better. Angelique Mpumalanga. All right, you can stop it now. I'm not going to dance. Right, we're all the way in Mpumalanga. Lot number 3, Angelique, is waiting. She has got quite a few interest in this property. I know we've got an online bidder. We've got a telephone bidder. Greg, are you on the telephone? Thank you very much. We are all there. We are selling and presenting 3 and number 5, Impala Street, Malalani, Mpumalanga. Malalani. I'm Afrikaans. Malalani. Are you going to argue with the guy with the microphone? Right. We are selling 2 urban, ladies and gentlemen, combined of 2,677 square meters, zoning business 1 and commercial and residential. Number 3 Impala Street presents full tenanted with 3 retail shops situated on the main road. Strong rental income and ample parking. Number 5 Impala Street is 4 residential flats, 4 retail shops, car wash with base, and a funeral parlor. We all need them. So, lot number 3. Lot number 3 is number 3 and number 5 Impala Street in Malalan. Happy? Right, ladies and gentlemen, telephone is ready. Online, I see he's not come in yet, but he's ready as well. We have an opening bid. Henny over to go. We're starting at 3 million now. At 3 million, a bit of an opening bid of 3 million now, but a bit of 3 million, opening bid of 3 million a bit. At 3 million now. That is lots number 3 at 3 million. At 3 million we have. Thank you. 3, bit of 3.1. Have a bit of 3.1 now, bit of 3.1. I see the online bid came through now at Mndlovo. He's at 3 million now. At 3.1. Have a bit of 3.1 now, bit of 3.1, bit of 3.1 a bit. Telephone, are you out? Online is in at 3 million. I need a 3.1. Have a bit of 3.1 now, bit of 3.1 now, bit of 3.1 a bit. Guys, that is for nothing. At 3.1. 3 million, a bit of 3 million. It's online, but it's at 3 million. And I'm selling 3 million now, bit of 3 million now, asking for 3.1. Have a bit of 3.1 now, bit of 3.1. Gregor, out. Don't ask now. Tell him now, 3.1. At 3 million now, bit of 3 million. I don't mind, I'm counting down. First call, 3 million online. Have a bit of 3, bit of 3, bit of 3 million now. Asking for 3.1. Have a bit of 3.1 now, bit of 3.1 now, bit of 3.1 a bit. 3 million stands. Second call now, at 3 million. At 3 million now, bit of 3 million. No more bids. 3 million is there. At 3 million, a bit of 3 million going once. At 3 million, now bid, online bid at 3 million. Going twice. Third and final call at 3 million rand. Sold 3 million rand. Congratulations. Right. Lot number 4 requesting us to go to Robertville. It is number 209 Robert Road in Robertville. A lot of R's there. Available bulk size of 12,711 squares of site improvements, vacant land, industrial zoning. Is industrial 3 is the zoning. Available bulk, as I mentioned, it is plus minus 20,654 square meters of vacant land. Main road access as well. This property is located just off the N1 of Mariatsburg off-ramp, less than 5 minutes away, as well as the main arterial routes from the N1 to the main Reef Road. Hey, Shimon, at this point of time, there has been an opening bid at 5 million rand. At 5 million, bit of 5 million now, bit of 5 million opening bid. I'm going to open and close at 5 million. At 5 now, bit of 5 now, bit of 5 million a bit. At 5, bit of 5, bit of 5. Opening bid at 5 million. That is lot number 4, Robertville. Industrial 3 zone development opportunity at opening bid at 5. At 5, bit of 5, bit of 5 million bid. Any interest shown? Lot number 4, opening bid at 5. Raise your hand, raise your paddle. Scream a wink. I'll open and close at 5 million rand. That is lot number 4. I'll open and close. Angelique, Grant, at 5 million rand. Right, moving to lot number 5. Lot number 5, we are in Mpumalanga, Malalani. That is lot number 5, commercial and office space building in the heart of Malalan CBD. Fully tenanted with tenants including Cedar, which is well-known offices, training room, strong rental income, and off-road parking. This is a great opportunity. We've got a site improvement of plus minus 465 square meters. I do have to mention on your catalog, there is a catalog correction on this unit. It's actually for the better. There is a gross annual income of 790,000 rand and not the, I think, 625,000 as advertised in the catalog. So just a catalog correction for the benefit of whoever is buying lot number 5. Lot number 5. Greg, are you on the telephone on this as well? Can't see Greg there. Greg, not on the telephone. All right. Ladies and gentlemen, lot number 5. Opening bid. Here we go. Bit of a starting half to go. 3 million opening bid. At 3, bit of 3 million, bit of 3 million now. At 3 million opening bid, bit of 3 down, bit of 3 million a bit. Lorvie, are you coming online? I need 3 million rand. You bought the previous one now. At 3, bit of 3, bit of 3 million bid. Opening bid at 3. At 3 million we have. 3 million we have. Thank you. Bit of 3 million is in now. 3.1. At 3.1 now. Bit of 3.1 now. Bit of 3.1 to go. At Grant, here we go. 3.1 is in. 3.1 million is in. Thank you. Bit of 3.2. A bit of 3.2 now. A bit of 3.2. 3.1 stands. At 3.1 million. A bit of 3.1 million stands. Asking for 3.2. A bit of 3.2 million now. A bit of 3.2 now. A bit of 3.2 million a bit. 3.1 is in. Asking for 3.2. A bit of 3.2 now. A bit of 3.2. 3.1 stands. First call, 3.2. 3.2 million, thank you. It's only 100,000 more. At 3.2 now, but over 3.2, asking for 3.3 million. At 3.3 now, but over 3.3 million now, I have 3.2 million. First call, 3.2. Think about it, sir, 3.3. At 3.3 million now, but over 3.3. Online is still out. No more telephone. We have a bit of 3.2 million now. At 3.2 million now, but over 3.2 million. First call, 3.2 million. Second call. At 3.2 million. This is the third and final call at 3.2 million rand. Sold 3.2 million rand. Congratulations. Right, drifting to lot number 6. Grant presented partially tenanted A-grade office in Pietermaritzburg. For the benefit for investors, new leases are being signed for the full GLA of this opportunity. So we are giving investors rather the opportunity to invest in a property with full tenanted GLA apart from where we are standing now. We will take lot number 6 and we will present it on our auction on the 21st of August. So do not miss this opportunity in Pietermaritzburg. Please speak to Grant. He'll give you all the latest developments there. So ladies and gentlemen, we are not postponing this. We are just presenting it on the 21st of August. It is going to be immaculate opportunity with increased leases being signed as we speak for the full GLA. So that takes us to a quick lot number 7. And you've guessed it, we are in Mpumalanga and we are in Malalane. Malalane, Malalane. Take your pick. And thank you guys for laughing, finally. It's a beautiful day. Right, earth size, 3,799 square meters. Site improvement of plus minus 1,474 square meters. Zoning, business 1. Large commercial building in the heart of Malalane, CBD. Fully tenanted with tenants including the Department of Home Affairs and NAC Church. They won't go anywhere. Bless them. Strong rental income, newly renovated Home Affairs offices, and off-road parking is available. I do presume we have a telephone bid. We have a telephone back here, Greg. He's got some airtime back in. We have a telephone bid, and we also have, I think, a bidder on the floor here presenting and offering lot number 7. Where would it go? A bit of a start. A huge, incredible opportunity. Any offer to go? Opening bid will bid. Had opening bid, a bit of 5 million now, a bit of 5 million, opening bid, a bit of 5 million, opening bid, a bid. At 5, a bit of 5, a bit of 5 million bid. At 5, a bit of 5. 5 we have. Thank you. 5, a bit of 5 we have. Thank you. Grant, we have it at 5 million now, but a bit of 5.5. At 5.5 now, but a bit of 5.5 million now. At 5.5, but a bit of 5.5. Any bit of 5.5. Online is still out. Floor is in at 5 million now. 5.5. 5.5. Next bid is in at 5.5. Asking for 6 million. Have it a bit of 6 million now, but a bit of 6 million now, but a bit of 6 million bid. At 6 bid, a bit of 6 million now, but a 5.5 stands. At 6 million bid. Asking for 6 million now. At 5, a bit of 5, a bit of 5.5. Asking for a bit of 6 million now. At 6 bid, a bit of 6 million now, but a bit of 6 bid, a bit of 5.5. At 5, a bit of 5, a bit of 6 million bid. Going once. At 5.5. At bit of 5, at a bit of 5, at a bit of 5.5, at a bit of 5.5 stand. Greg, where are you now? Are you in or out? That's 6 million bid. Have a bit of 6 million now, but a bit of 6 million now. I got 5.5. First goal at 5.5. Granting a bit of 5.5. Your man a bit of 5.5. 5.5 is in. 5,750, I don't mind. Let's take a shot at 5.750. 5,750,000. At 5,750,000, now a bit of 5,750,000. At 5.5 stands. At 5 million, a bit of 5.5, a bit of 5.5. First goal, 5,750. It worked. 6 million. At 6 million, now a bit of 6 million, a bit of 6 million bid. 6, a bit of 6 is the number, sir. At 6 is the number, a bit of 6. 6 we have. Thank you. At 6 million, a bit of 6 now, a bit of 6 and a quarter. Have a bit of 6 and a quarter now, a bit of 6 and a quarter, a bit of 6 and a quarter. Have a bit of 6 and a quarter now, a bit of 6 and a quarter. 6 million stands. At 6 million now, a bit of 6 million. I'm going to give it a first call. At 6 million. Gregory Art. At 6 million now, a bit of 6 million now, a bit of 6 million. First call. At 6 million. Second call at 6 million. I can see the smiles going up already. At 6 million, a bit of 6 million. Knock it, he says. At 6 million, a bit of 6 million. Third and final call at 6 million rand. Sold at 6 million rand. I believe someone is enjoying themselves. Lots number 8. They're having a blast there behind the computer screens. Lots number 8. My favorite place in the world, Cape Town. We're going to the beautiful Millerton Racing Park, number 17 Tyrrell Road. Earth size, 3,325 square meters. Vacant land, zoning general industrial 1, GI1. Vacant industrial stand, ladies and gentlemen, ideal for transport, warehousing, or manufacturing. Easy access to the N7 highways, which connects to the N1 highway. And it's high and dry in Cape Town, don't have to worry. Very close to the famous and well-known Kilari Gardens. Quite a bit of interest on lot number 8. A very low opening bid. Where would he go? Let's have some fun. 500,000. Have it a bit of 5, a bit of 5. Yes, you heard right. 500,000. Online already in at 500,000. Now 750. At 750 now, but a bit of 750 now. I know there's 2 bidders online. At 750 now, but a bit of 750 is already in. 750,000. Asking for 1 million. Have it a bit of 1 million now, but a bit of 1 million now. I have 750,000. Asking for 1 million. Have it a bit of 1 million now, but a bit of 1 million now. A lot of bidding online already. Million stands. Million is in. Thank you for the bid. Had 1 million is in on the line. Had an online bid of 1 million now. now, 1.25. Have it at 1.25 now, but at 1.25 now, but at 1.25 bid. Online is in at 1 million now. I need 1.25. At 1.25 now, but at 1.25 now, but at 1.25 to bid. That's 1,250,000 rand. Vacant industrial stand in Cape Town in Millerton, close to Killarney Gardens. Million stands now, but a million is online. I'm asking for 1,250,000. That's the first call at a million. Had a million now, but at a million now, but 1.1 if you like. At 1.1 now, but about a 1.1 now, but about a 1.1 a bit. There we go. 1.1 is back online. Furious bidding online. 1.1 is in. Have it a 1.1 now, but about a 1.1 now, but about a 1.1 a bit. At 1.1. At 1.1, just the bidding online. Two people online at 1.1. At 1.1 now, asking for 1.2. Have it about a 1.2 million now, that's 1,200,000. At 1,200,000 now, but at 1,200,000, but 1,200,000 to go. But out. At 1,100,000, Shawnee. In at 1,100,000. At 1,100,000, 1,100,000, 1,100,000 to go. No, we don't do 50,000 in Cape Town. Sorry, Niels. At 1,100,000 going once. At 1,100,000 going twice. Floor is out. The online is in. 1,100,000 rand. Sold at 1,100,000 rand. We are presenting and coming back. Lot number 9. A short trip up the coast to Durban North. We are a fantastic opportunity. The Astron service station. A lot of talk, a lot of attention in the last couple of weeks leading up to this auction. Number 749 Chris Harney Road, Park Hill in Durban North. Gross annual income of 6.4 million rand per annum. Yes, you heard right. 6.4 million rand per annum. Earth size 3,101 square. Filling station, convenience store, and a retail. Light industrial zoning. It's a mixed-use fuel retail investment. You can't go wrong. We have 3 bidders online as far as I know. We've got Manny, Greg, and Grant. You have your bidders online. Manny, Greg, and Grant. Phone bidders, and I do presume one of those have arrived here as well. So Manny, Greg, and Grant, I hope you guys are ready. That is lot number 9. Lot number 9, we are presenting the great fuel retail investment opportunity. Right, here we go. Manny, Greg, and Grant. I see Greg is ready. Is this an indication of Manny is ready? Manny, are you ready? Is that a yes? Right, here we go. Lot number 9. Had opening bid. Here we go. Lot number 9. Any bit of go, bit of starting now for the go. 20 million opening bid. At 20 million now, great opportunity. The Astron service station. At 20 million now. Here, bit of 20 now, bit of 20 now. There's my gentleman. Smiler's in. Thank you, Sean. Your man is in at 20 million. At 20 million is in. Bit of 20 million is in. Asking for 21 million now. At 20 million now, bit of 20 million now. 20 million is on the floor. At 20 million now, bit of 20. Asking for 21 million now. At 21 now. At 21 now, bit of 21 now. This is going to go fast. At 21 now, we have at 21 million. 21, thank you, Greg. 21 million is in over 22. Have it over 22 million now, but over 22 million, but over 22 million now. Greg in at 22. Floor is back, Shawnee, at 22. At 22 million is back, but thank you, 22 now. At 22 million, but over bid stands at 22 million now. At 23. At 23 now, but over 23 now, but over 23 to bid. Grant, where's your man on the phone? Have you lost him? At 22 now, but over 22 we have. 23, Greg, thank you. 23 million now. Don't let your buyer walk away, Sean. At 23 now, but about 24. I see you not, sir. Thank you. 24 million stand. At 24 million now, but about 24 million stand. Asking for 25. Have it about 25 million, but about 25 million now, but about 25. 25, thank you, Greg. 25 million is back. 25 million on the phone. 25 million asking for 26 now. Have it about 26 million now, but about 26 now. There's no more going once or twice, sir. We're still betting. Here we go. 25. 26, thank you. 26 million not. Sean, your man is in at 26. 26 million stands, but at 26 million now. 27, asking for 27. Greg, I want 27 million now, but at 27 million now. You can ask for 50 million, I don't mind. I'm asking for 27. At 27 million now, but at 27 million now. Did I give him a fright? At 27 now. 26 in, 27. At 27, but at 27 now, but at 27 go. 27? I have 26 on the floor. At 26 million now, going once. At 26 million now. Ask for 27. At 27 now, but about 27 now, but about 27 a bit. At 27 million, 27. 27 is in, thank you. 28 now, sir. At 28 now, but about 28 now, but about 28 million to go. Don't talk too much to your partner, sir. It's only money. 28 million. What's a million more? At 28 million now, but a bit of 28 million now, but a bit of 28 million a bit. 27 is on the phone. At 28 million. At 28 million, that's a definite yes. There we go. 28 million is in. Asking for 29 million. At 29 million now, but a bit of 29, a bit of 29 million a bit. At 29. 28 stands on the floor. At 29 million now, but a bit of 29, Greg. Your man needs to come back at 29 million. I have 28 million. And the floor at 28 million now. I need 29 now, but a bit of 29 now, but a bit of 29 now. I'll take 28 and a half if you like. At 28 and a half now, he's a definite no there. At 28 million now is on the floor. At 28 million now, but a bit of 28 million now, but a 28 going once. At 28 million. Going twice now. At 28 million. That is the Astron service station, Durban North. 28 million rand. Going once, twice. Third and final call. Sold at 28 million. We are halfway already. Before they start with the techno, we are halfway already. That is lot number 10. One and only liquidation property on auction. Manny has arranged this with the liquidators. We are in liquidation, the large secure sectional title offices in Sunning Hill Extension 115. This is unit number 6, Sunning Hill Gate, 3 Elgin Road, Sunning Hill Extension 115. Secure 24-hour office park, 3-story sectional title offices with basement parking. Gross lettable area of 2,428 square meters in an excellent location. Residential area and a commercial real estate overview. We have registered buyers for this liquidation property on lot number 10. Lot number 10. Here, ladies and gentlemen, I think the gentleman is here as well today who is taking part, and I think there might be an online bidder tempting to push the button. Opening bid at 5. At 5 million now, but a bit of 5 million now, but a bit of 5 million, a bit of it. That's the opening bid. Liquidation. Lot number 10. Yes, ladies and gentlemen, 5 million bid. Opening bid, a bit of 5, a bit of 5, a bit of 5 million bid. At 5 million, a bit of 5, a bit of 5 million bid. At 5 now, a bit of 5. Any bids at 5 million. At 5 million now, way under value. At 5 million. Excuse me? No, I'm asking for 5. What about 4? At 4 million now. Thank you, sir. I'll take your offer. Thank you very much. 3 million opening bid. At 3 million now, I don't mind working. At 3 million is here, but over 3 million now. Asking for 3.5 million now. At 3.5 now, online, where we to go. At 3.5 now, but over 3.5 now, but over 3.5 million a bit. Opening bid is at 3 million. Asking for 3.5. At 3.5 now, but over 3.5 now, but over 3.5 million a bit. 3 million is in. At 3 now, but over 3 million now, but over 3 million now. Online, you still out? Floor bid is opening bid at 3 million. At 3 million now, that's the liquidation lot at 3 million. 3 million now, but a bit of 3 million. First call on the floor at 3 million. Second call at 3 million. Bid stands correct. Your man is in at 3 million opening bid. Online, you're out. On the floor is in. 3 million. Manny on the phone. You're in or out. Bid stands 3 million. Online is out. Floor is in. Telephone 3.5 million now. Yes or no? No, there's no waiting. Been here all day. Going once at 3 million. Going twice now at 3 million. That's the third and final call on the floor. Online, you're still out. Many final call now. Telephone is out. Floor bid is in. 3 million going once, twice. Third and final call. Sold at 3 million rand. Congratulations. Right, excellent. Pietermaritzburg, 564 Church Street. We are offering a complete block of flats and retail opportunity. 24 residential units, 2 retail units, land size of 423 squares, improvements of plus minus 1,532 square meters. Gross annual income of 1.1 million rand. Excellent visibility and foot traffic. Neat and well maintained. Excellent location along Church Street, in Peter Maritzburg. What a great opportunity. Thank you, Harrison, for presenting this. Lot number 11. A lot of interest shown in this. Opening bid already at 4 million. At 4 million is in a bit of 4 million. Opening bid at 4 million. Have 4 million. We have already now 4.5 million now. At 4.5 now, a bit of 4.5 now. 4.5 million a bid. At 4.5 now, a bit of 4.5 now. I see the phones are coming in now. I have an opening bid at 4 now. Asking for 4.5. At 4.5 now, a bit of 4.5 now. A bit of 4.5 to bid. At 4.5 we have. 4.5 we have, asking for 5 million now. Have a bit of 5 now, a bit of 5 now, a bit of 5 million a bit. 4.5 is in a bit of 5 million now. At 5 now, a bit of 4,750. At 4,750, I don't mind. 4,750 is a bit online going in at 4,750. At 4,750 online bid is in 4,750, asking for 5 million now. Give it a bit of 5 now, a bit of 5, a bit of 5 million bid. 4,750 is in. Going once. At 4,750, I'm waiting for you on the phone. Don't worry. At 5 million now, a bit of 5, a bit of 5 million bid. 4,750,000. At 4,750,000, it's all the way in Peter Maritzburg. Gross annual income of 1.1 million rand. Great land size improvements of 1,532. I have 4,750,000, asking for 5 million now. Great, Manny, what's going? At 5, a bit of 5 now, a bit of 5. I have my bid online at 4,750,000, and I'm selling at 4,750,000 now, a bit of 4,750,000. First call at 4,750,000 online. Asking for 5 million now. A bit of 5, a bit of 5, a bit of 5 now. Second call at 4,750,000, asking for 5 million now. A bit of 5 now, a bit of 5. Is the bid coming through? 4,750,000 going once. 4,750,000 going twice. Harrison, here we go. 4,750,000 once, twice. Third and final call. 4,750,000 rand. Sold at 4,750,000 rand. Lot number 12. Lot number 12. Big Boss Tembo have decided he doesn't trust Steph Olivier as auctioneer. He's got an incredible opportunity, but he has postponed his property for the 21st of August. Temba, am I correct to say? A lot of new developments happening in your property. Very exciting. So lot number 12, the upmarket development opportunity in KwaZulu-Natal. We will move to the 21st of August. Speak to Mr. T. He will give you everything you need. He'll even borrow or lend you the money. Thank you very much. We're moving to lot number 13. Lot number 13. In a Waltloo, very British, Waltloo, 296 Mint Street in Waltloo. We got an earth size of 12,711 square meters, 2 large factories, zoning industrial, 1 site improvements of plus minus 8,400 square meters. Well-maintained industrial factories, zoning of industrial 1, warehousing and offices, ideally suited for 1 or 2 tenants. Vacant occupation, very important, with 3-phase power. It's in an established industrial area close to Silverton. Unfortunately, Niels, was there any improvements? No improvements? Would you mind? We are going to move this lot to a private treaty. Please speak to Niels. He does accept, please call me. If you do not have airtime, he will call you back. We'll move this lot to a private treaty or a WhatsApp if you want, and Niels will sort out lot number 13 for you. Lot number 14. Lot number 14, we are in Rosebank. Rosebank. Very high-end luxury apartment. You want to be smart. You want to look the part. You are moving to number 7 Hoot Avenue, the Apex, unit number 501 in Rosebank. High-end luxury apartment, 2 bedrooms, 2 bathrooms, open plan living area consisting of kitchen, lounge leading out to a spacious balcony, situated on the 5th floor. Apartment is rented for 26,000 Rand a month. You do have a tenant, secure tenant already. It will be sold with upmarket furniture and fittings, spectacular views, private parking bays, high security sectional apartment scheme, and lock up and go with 24-hour security access. What a great opportunity in Rosebank. High-end luxury apartment. Opening bid, 1.5 million. At 1.5 now, but at 1.5 million. Opening bid, about 1.5 million a bid. At 1.5 now, but about 1.5 now. Online at 1.5. 1.5, 1,750. At 1,750,000 now. Opening bid at 1.5. 1,750 we have. 1,750. Thank you. Here we go. 1,750 now. Are you moving to Rosebank? 1,750 now. Make it 2 million now. Have it a bit of 2 now, but at a 2 now, but at a 2 million bid. A very nice high-end 2-bedroom, 2-bathroom. At 2 million now, but a bit of 2 million now, but a bit of 2 million now. 1,750 is in. At 1,750 now, but a 1,750, 2 million bid. At 2 million wacky now. We have it at 2 million now. Back in line at 2 million bid. At 2 million now. It's flashing green here. At 2 million now, but a bit of 2 million now. Asking for 2.1. Thank you, Niels, being at 2.1. Your man back at 2.1 now, but a bit of 2.1. Asking for 2.2. Have it a bit of 2.2 now, but a bit of 2.2 now. 2.1 stands. Online, you're out. Floor is in. 2.1 million stands. At 2.1 now, but a bit of 2.1. Asking for 2.2. It's 100,000 rand more for a high-end luxury apartment. Move today. Just throw out your tenant. What investment do you have? At 2.1 now, Niels, your man is in at 2.1. At 2.1 now, but over to 2.1, asking for 2.2. This is the first call. Online, you still out. 100,000 more. 2.1. First call. At 2.1 now, asking for 2.2. But a bit of 2, but a bit of 2, but a bit of 2.2. Second call, Niels, at 2.1 million now. I'm selling high-end luxury apartment with a tenant at 2.1 million rand. Third and final call. Online, you're out. Floor is in. 2.1 million rand. Sold at 2.1 million rand. Maybe later quick. I don't know. Lot number 15. Murrayfield Extension, number 362, Rousseau Street. A GLA of 1,787 square meters. Fully tenanted retail center with high exposure. Main road exposure, long-standing tenants, 10 retail units, 6 office units, ample parking, property benefits from throughway with a petrol station right next door. Situated in the eastern part of Pretoria, and also a special note to mention, the famous architect company Louis Piens has designed this property. He's very well known for a lot of high-end retail architecture that he's designed. He's also designed this number 362 Rousseau Street in Murrayfield Extension. So great tenanted shopping center in Murrayfield in Pretoria. What a great design by Louis Piens. What a great opportunity. We have a telephone bidder, I can see. We also have a bidder on the floor. That is lot number 15, and I think there's multiple bidders on the floor. To be honest, we have, ladies and gentlemen, an opening bid already. Opening bid, we have it at 12.5 million now. At 12.5 now, but a bit of 12.5 million now, but a 12.5 million opening bid. 12.5, but a bit of 12.5 we have. At 12.5 we have, thank you, 12.5 we have opening bid at 12.5. 12.5 stands now, but a bit of 15 million now. At 15 million now, but a bit of 15 million now. At 15 million, but a bit of 12.5 is in, 15 million. At 15 million, but a bit of a 15 million bid. 15 million is in. 15 million is in. Thank you. Asking for 17.5 million now. At 17.5 million now, but a bit of 17.5 million now, but a bit of 17.5 million now. 15 million stands. I can see bidders trying a bit at 16 million. I'll open it up at 16 million for online bidding to go. At 16 million now. I have the bid at 15 million. Asking for 16 million now. Here a bit of 16 million now, but a bit of 16 million now. Any bit of 16 million. Have a bit of 16 million. I have 15 million bid. At 15 million now, but a bit of 16 million. Have a bit of 16 now, but a bit of 16 now. 16 million bid a bit. On the floor, where we to go. At 16 million now. There the online bid comes through. 16 million online. 16 million online now, asking for 17 million now. A bit of 17 million, but a bit of 17 million now. 17 million a bit. 16 million and online. At 16 million, but a bit of 16 million stand. I'll ask for 16 and a half. Have a bit of 16 and a half now, but a bit of 16 and a half. 16 and a half million a bit. Any bit of 16 and a half. 16 million stands online. Asking for 16 and a half, sir. At 16 and a half now, but a bit of 16 and a half now. 16 million. First call at 16 million. Online bidders in it. Ooh, and my laptop just died. At 16 million now, but at 16 million now. I got a screen there, don't worry guys, don't jump. I got a screen there as well. At 16 million on 90s. Everybody jump for that one. 16 and a half, sir. Last opportunity. I'm counting you down. First call at 16 million, asking for 16 and a half. At 16 and a half million now, but a bit of 16 and a half. 16 and a half million a bit. At 16 million is in. Online. First call. Second call at 16 million. Third and final call. Online is in. floor is out at 16 million rand. Sold at 16 million rand. Congratulations. Right, lot number 16. Only a couple of lots left. Lot number 16. Niels taking us with the bus to Krugersdorp. What happens in Krugersdorp? Stays in Krugersdorp. What a friendly place. What happens in Krugersdorp stays in Krugersdorp. 115, 117 and 119 Leipart Street. Nie Leipertie, Leipart. Leipart in Krugersdorp. A size of 922 square meters. All three, Business 1, vacant retail building and warehousing. We are selling them all urban together. Urban 1, Urban 2 and Urban 3. This is vacant showrooms and warehousing. 3 buildings with showroom renovators. Ideal for subletting. There's 150 amps, 3-phase power, high security and a gantry crane and paved yards for those who might need that. That is an incredible opportunity. That is lot number 16. That is Krugersdorp. Where we go, bit of a start in Africa. 1 million bid. How about a million now, bit of a million now, bit of a million now. Go to Krugersdorp, ladies and gentlemen. Here we go. Had a million bid now. Hey, bit of a million now, bit of a million we have. Million we have. Thank you, bit of a 1.1. Have it a 1. You can only smile at me. I don't mind. At 1.1, I'm only married over weekends. At 1.1 now, bit of a 1.1 now. 1.1 we have. Bit of a 1.2. Have it over a 1.2 now. Niels, your man, a bit of a 1.2. Have it over a 1.2 now, bit of a 1.2. 1.2 we have. Thank you. At 1.2 is back in 1.3. Have it a 1.3 million, bit of a 1.3 now, bit of 1.3. 1.3. At 1.3 is in, bit of a 1.3. Make it a 1.4. Have it over a 1.4. Spirit bidding at a 1.4 million now. Have it a 1.4 now, bit of a 1.4 million bid. 1.3 stands on the floor at 1.4. 1.4 million is back. 1.4 million, thank you, bit of a 1.5. A bit of a 1.5 now, bit of a 1.5 million now. 1.5 million is 100,000 rand more. At 1.4 stands, bit of 1.5. In Krugersdorp at 1.5 million now. At 1.4 million. First call at 1.4 million, 1.5. At 1.5 million is back. Asking for 1.6 million bid. Have it a bit of 1.6 now, a bit of 1.6 million, a bit of 1.6 million bid. 1.5 stands. At 1.5 million now, a bit of 1.5 million. First call at 1.5 million. Are you out? I won't pressure you. At 1.5 million. Second call at 1.5 million now. Third and final call. Online is out. The floor is in. 1.5 million now. Sold 1.5 million rand. Congratulations. There we go. Lot number 17. Rocking it into lot number 17. Temba. We finally selling a property for you, Temba. Where are you hiding? Temba is taking us to Springs. Here we go. Number 17, 6th Street in Springs. A size of 2,125 square meters. A site improvement of plus minus 1,950 square meters. Zoning of Business 1. And it gives us a prime corner retail building. A prime corner retail building, the ex-Save More building, if we may mention that. I think we may do. Face brick, low maintenance, excellent location within Springs CBD, ample parking, high foot traffic, and it will be sold on vacant occupation. That is lot number 17. Online bidding already. You got to wait for me. I have to open it. At opening bid at 1.5 million now. At 1.5 bid of 1.5 bid of 1.5 million you have. At 1.5 million now. 2 million already. 2 million is in bid of 2 million now. Asking for 2.5 million now. Have a bit of 2.5, bit of 2.5, 2.5 million a bid. At 2 million and a half, bit of 2.5 million now. Have a bit of 2.5 now, bit of 2.5 million now, bit of 2.5 million a bid. 2 million is in asking for 2.5 million now. At 2.5 now, bit of 2.5. Bid stands. Came out with you, 2 million. At 2 million now, but a bit of 2 million asking online, 2.5 million now. At 2.5, but a bit of 2.5 now, but a bit of 2.5 million a bit. At 2.5 now, but a bit of 2.5 now, 2 million. First call at 2 million now. I'll give you the opportunity online, 2.25. 2,250,000 now. At 2,250,000 now. Oh, she's really on it today. At 2,250,000. At 2,250,000 now. Offering online, 2,250,000 now. Bidding still stands at 2 million timber. At 2 million now, but at 2.25. 2.25, there we go. Online bidders in. 2 and a quarter. 2 and a quarter is in now, but a bit of 2 and a quarter. 2.5 million now. Have a bit of 2.5 now, but a bit of 2.5. Don't think about it, just say 2.5. Thank you, sir. At 2.5 million bid. At 2.5 now, Tembo with you. 2.5. Asking for 2,750,000. At 2,750,000 now, but a 2,750,000. At 2.5 million now, but a 2.5 million now, but a 2.5 million bid. At 2.5 million. First call. 2.5 million. Tembo, you in at 2.5. Online, you're still out. I have 2,500,000. Asking for 2,750,000. At 2,750,000 with a 2,750,000. That's the first call. And the second call. Tembo, you're still strong. 2.5 million. That was the second call. Online, are you out? At 2,750,000 going once, going twice. Third and final call at 2.5 million rand. Sold at 2.5 million rand. Right. Lot number 18. I like that smile, Harrison. Smile every day, my friend. Smile every day. Situated at number 29, Jesmond Avenue and Nansfield. Happy with that? Nansfield. Got the thumbs up. Earth size of 16,179 square meters. GBA of 9,933 square meters. Zoning is industrial 1. Semi-tenanted industrial warehouse. Look at that facility. What a great facility. Projected gross annual income of 1.9 million rand. Well maintained. Property has 9 warehouses subdivided. As we say, located in Nansfield, a light industrial park. Ample parking space is available. Ideal for storage and distribution, including factories, 3-phase power, easy access to the N12 and the N1 national roads. And if you want, a full sprinkler system is also available for convenience at the property. That is lot number 18. That is lot number 18. Ladies and gentlemen, where we go? Opening bid, 7.5 million. At 7.5 million, opening bid, a bit of 7.5 now, but a bit of 7.5 million to go. That is lot number 18. Opening bid at 7.5 million. At 7.5, but a bit of 7.5, but a bit of 7.5. Opening bid at 7.5. Yes, 7.5 million opening bid. 7.5 we have, thank you, but at 8 million bid. At 8 million now, but at 8 million. That is in Nansfield. Here we go. 8 million now. Thank you, Niels, for that smile. At 8 million now, but at 8 million now, but about 8 million we have. 8 million this side. 8 million we have, but about 8 million now. 8.5 million, sir. At 8.5 million now. 8.5 now, but I don't think about it. It's a great opportunity at 8.5. At 8.5 million now, but at 8.5, but about 8.5 million a bit. 8 million stand. 8 million this side. At 8 million now, Harrison. 8 million now, but about 8 million now. At 8 million now, but about 8 million. 8.5. 8.5 is back. 8.5 now, but about 8.5 now, but about 8.5 is back. 8.5 is back. We have 8.5 million now, but about 8.5 asking for 9 million now. A bit of 9 now, but a bit of 9 now, but a bit of 9 million a bit. 8.5 it stands. At 8.5 asking for 9 million now. A bit of 9 now, but a bit of 9. I'm giving you opportunity. Bid at 9. Is that a yes? There's some configuration there. 8.5 is in. Asking for 9 million now. A bit of 9 now, but a bit of 9 now, but a bit of 9 million a bit. Can I do 8.750 because auctioneers can't count? I get a thumbs up. 8,750,000. Thank you, sir. 8,750,000 now. Asking for 9 million now. At 9 million now, or 9,050,000. At 9 million now, but a bit of 9 million now, but a bit of 9 million a bit. The bid is in at 8,750,000 on the floor. At 8,750,000. 8,750,000 asking for 9 million now. I'm not going to get cheeky, sir. At 9 million now, but a bit of 9 million now, but a bit of 9 million to go. 8,750,000. First call at 8,750,000. Harrison, Temba, are you still strong? You're in 8,750,000. 9 million. A bit of 9 now, but a bit of 9 now, but a bit of 9 million a bit. 8,750,000. Second call now at 8,750,000. At the back of the room. Third and final call. 8,750,000 going once. Twice. Third and final call. 8,750,000 rand. The 50,000 did it, sir. Sold 8,750,000 rand. Ladies and gentlemen, lot number 19. lot number 19, the last lot of today's auction, lot number 19, Zama. Where's the beautiful Zama? Zama takes us to number 8 Rue Road in Bryanston. It's unit number 7 on the mount, number 8 Rue Road in Bryanston. It is a unit size of 334 square meters, residential 2. It is a luxury 3-bedroom townhouse. She asked me so nicely to say Smeg Appliances comes with the property. Underfloor heating, aircon, pool, prepaid electricity, reflecting elegance and style in this amazing. There's only 10 units in this facility. You are on offer. These don't come on. These are not for sale, ladies and gentlemen. This is the first opportunity you have to get one of these luxury units. There's a 3-bedroom unit in Bryanston. What an incredible opportunity. Only 10 units in the complex. This is one, and we are selling it right here today at lot number 19. At lot number 19, where would it go? Where would it start? Multiple interest, I know, is going on online already. 2 million to be bid. How about a bit of 2? A bit of 2 is already online. At 2 million is in, but a bit of 2 million now, but a 2 million, 2.25 now. I have opening bid online at 2 million. At 2.25 now. At 2.25 million now, but a bit of 2.25 now, but a bit of 2.25 to go. Sean Mann at 2.25. At 2.25 is in, thank you, now 2.5. At 2.5 million now, but a bit of 2.5 now. 2.5 million, 3-bedroom, luxury bedroom townhouse. Many, I'll wait for you on the phone. 2.5 we had already online. 2.5 million is online. 2.5, a bit of 2.5 is online. 2.750. The longer you wait, the more expensive it becomes. At 2.750. Online a bit of 2.5. At 2.5 million now, a bit of 2.750. At 2.750 now, a bit of 2.750 now. 2.5 million stands. And I'm saying, at 2.5, a bit of 2.5 now, a bit of 2.5. First call at 2.5 million now. At 2.5, 2.6. Ooh, I'll take a 2.6. I'll take a 2.6 now, I don't mind. At 2.7 million now. Online, I'll take a 2.7. Have the bid at 2.6 million now. Have it a bit of 2.6 now, but a bit of 2.6. Asking for 2.7 million bid. Have it a bit of 2, but a bit of 2, but a bit of 2.7 now. At 2.7 now. Manny on the phone, what do you say? 2.7 million now. I have it a bit of 2.6. Online back at 2.7. Thank you, sir. At 2.7 back online. Back online, bit of 2.7. At 2.7 now, bit of 2.7 now, bit of 2.7 bid. At 2.7, 2.8 now. Have it a bit of 2.8, bit of 2.9, bit of 2.8 bid now. Furious bidding now. The phones are waiting. The phones are waiting for that final call. At first call at 2.8 million now. There we go. 2.8 is in. 2.9 now. At 2.9, online is strong. At 2.8 million, asking for 2.9. A bit of 2.9 now, but a bit of 2.9 now, but a 2,900,000. At 2,900,000 now, but a 2,900,000 now. Bid stands at 2.8. At 2.8 million bid. At 2.8 million now, but a bit of 2.8 million. First call at 2.8 million. Second call online, 2.8 million now. At 2.8 million now, but over to 2.9. Have it over to 2.9 now, but over to 2.9 now, but 2.9. There we go, over to 2.9. Final call always works. 2.9 now. Asking for 3 million bid. Have it over to 3 now, but over to 3 million now, but over to 3 million bid to go. 2.9 is in. Asking for that magic 3 million now. Have it over to 3, but over to 3, but over to 3 million now. Anybody's at 3 million. 2.9. First call, 2.9 million. This is the second call. 2.9 million bid. 2.9, asking for 3 million now. Third and final call, Manny in out. Asking for 3 million, Manny is out. Flooring at 2.9. Online, are you out? 2.9 million stands. First call at 2.9. Second call at 2.9 million. This is the third and final call. 2.9 million rand. Sold at 2.9 million rand. Congratulations. Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. We welcome you back. Some drinks afterwards. We'll welcome you back on the 21st of August, 2024. Thank you very much. God bless. Have a safe journey, and we'll see you soon.